901 Shelby Drive, look alive. Wait for it.
Well, Chef ain't here
I
to
think it already.
Oh, Jeff is not here.
build that house, to finish building that house.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to an all new episode of the Perfectly Balanced Podcast. It's just a panel of brown people having good conversations over here. Without further ado, let's get into what we're going to talk about today. All right. So we posted something on our Facebook yesterday. If you didn't see it, I'm going to pull the video up here so that you guys can see it. Give me 1 second. Hopefully
men need to grow up.
My internet is not as shoddy as it was. That was pretty bad, but all right, here we go. We'll pull it up right about here. All right, this is what we're looking like. Can y'all see that?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, cool. It's full.
Men need to grow up.
Yep.
Firstly, and men need to stop being cowards.
Come on.
Secondly, you see a woman walking down the street minding her business. You approach her. You say everything that you know she would like to hear. You get her defenses down. Once her defenses are lowered, you then go in there, take what you want, and then you leave. After doing so, you leave and repeat the cycle elsewhere. You do it again, you do it again, you do it again, you do it again. You've scarred a whole bunch of women. The men who follow you now have to do the work to help heal these women. Half the time, these women end up destroying these men because they don't know how to believe that they're worthy of love because of what you've done to them. The children that they bear have to live with the scars that you have inflicted on these women. There's a domino effect here. The other thing a lot of guys don't realize in practicing this behavior is that there's a karmic consequence to this. You don't get away with it. You never get away with it. So you'll find many guys who are out here playing these games at some point decide, I'm ready to settle down. I'm ready to do the right thing.
And what do they want? What do they want? They want a woman with no blemishes, with no past issues, with no baggage, with no troubles, with no issues from their past relationship.
And even if you get that woman, because of who you are and because you have, triggered a set of consequences, she might end up hurting you even worse than you hurt the other people because who you are is teaching her how to treat you.
Damn. Talk about deep.
That was strong, right? That
You know
was
what? It's strong.
I was like, oh my God.
But I have. This isn't my thoughts, but there's an
You're
ignorant.
about to shake up the table.
Right.
It ain't my thoughts, but I'm gonna tell you what everybody else think.
Yeah, exactly. But this is pretty much what everybody else thinks, and these are the so-called alpha dogs that call themselves alpha men out there. So their mentality is this: women have a double standard, right? Like, a man should accept me with my baggage, no matter where it from. They accept me for me,
right? No matter what.
And men don't have a problem with that. But, and this is a big but, these aforementioned alpha men have the same mentality. It's like, accept me for me.
You knew who I was when you met me.
You knew who I was when you met me. I was a dog then. I'm a dog now. That's what you were attracted to. You were attracted to the toxic man, and you get what you deserve. You get what you get, and you don't pitch a fit.
So that video, right? That video, it said clearly vicious cycle. Right? Bless you.
Thank you. God bless the truth.
No, but it literally is a vicious cycle. Time and time again, you see this happen over and over and over. And crazy thing is, it doesn't just happen in relationships. It happens across social platforms, social experiences, right? How do we fix this cycle?
It is very, very difficult to fix something that's like ingrained in social economic status, and where it starts, in my opinion,
Hey, Clara.
is in our
Hey,
media.
Claire.
In our media, it has to start there, because
Okay.
the toxic traits are glorified in all facets of media. You have
So you said Kanye gotta quit. That's what
Hey,
you saying.
Monique.
Kanye's got to quit. You got Hot Girl Summer.
So
You got
listen,
you got
hold on. Could
you
you
got
play
City Boys.
play
Huh?
the video real quick after we started? And I feel like a lot of people wasn't on when you played the video.
Y'all
Like,
want me to play again?
so I feel like they need to hear it.
They need context.
Yes, they need
Run it back.
yeah.
Run it back. All right, I'll run it back. Here we go. Here we go. All right. This is what we're talking about right here.
Men need to grow up,
Yep.
firstly, and men need to stop being cowards.
Come on.
Secondly, you see a woman walking down the street minding her business. You approach her. You say everything that you know she would like to hear. You get her defenses down. Once her defenses are lowered, you then go in there, take what you want, and then you leave. After doing so, you leave and repeat the cycle elsewhere. You do it again, you do it again, you do it again, you do it again. You've scarred a whole bunch of women. The men who follow you now have to do the work to help heal these women.
Yeah.
And half the time, these women end up destroying these men because they don't know how
Hey,
to
Monique.
believe that they're worthy of love because of what you've done to them. The children that they bear have to live with the scars that you have inflicted on these women. There's a domino effect here. The other thing a lot of guys don't realize in practicing this behavior is that there's a karmic
EKG, I believe it's
consequence
his
to
name.
this. You don't get away with it. You never get away with it. So you'll find many guys who are out here playing these games at some point decide, I'm ready to settle down. I'm ready to do the right thing.
And what do they want?
And
what do they want? They want a
love,
woman with no blemishes,
with no blemishes,
with no past issues, with no baggage, with no troubles, with no issues from their past relationship.
And even if you get that woman, because of who you are and because you have, triggered a set of consequences, she might end up hurting you even worse than you hurt the other people because who you are is teaching her how to treat you.
All right.
All right. So it kind of leads into what we were kind of talking about on Monday a little bit. But the audience and the people and the men that he's talking about are the young men in the dating sector.
There's some older ones.
Turning into older men wanting to settle down. So again, like I said, Hot Girl Summer has played a major factor into the way that men in their prime act. It's Hot Girl Summer.
Oh, thank you.
It's Hot Girl Summer.
Y'all welcome.
So the city boys are gonna do city boy things.
Hey boys. But so this is my thing though. So like, yes, the young people, the young guys grow into these old guys who, like he say, who want a woman with no blemishes, no nothing. But then they want a woman that doesn't have a past, a woman that hasn't been through nothing. And then they want to act like they're perfect because now they didn't reinvented themselves. They didn't rebuild themselves into the man that they wish they always were. And now they're a different type of man. And then they're looking at their woman like, well, why aren't you more like this? I think you should do more of this. I think you should do more of that.
Here's the conundrum.
What about you? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, we can focus on the woman, but at the end of the day, like, let's not pretend that everybody, regardless of how clean they are, how much of whatever they are, everybody has a past. Some people have a bigger past. Some people have a little past.
Exactly. And I think most men do not have a problem with that. But here's the conundrum. If you have a young man on his grown man shit at an early age, he's looked down upon.
Kai, you owe us some stars.
What did I say?
You just finished building your first house. That's what you just said.
Oh wow.
Did he? Oh, he did say grown man S. Yes.
Oh, I did. Oh man, damn.
Brother, preach on, preacher. Go ahead.
But like I said, he says he basically states fact, but he doesn't take into account that I paid my stars. By the way, y'all saw that.
I'm watching. Look, I'm not today. I'm watching.
He's paid.
Yes, the city boys are going to do city boy things. Hot girls are going to do their things, and worry about the repercussions later, right? Most people do, but nobody wants the nice guy at an early age.
Facts.
I agree with that. Because
so hold on. So let's get to the root, the beginning of the problem. The begin. Let's. Ooh, I'm about to die. Okay. So hey, man. All right. So at the beginning, when does this start? Right. As kids, I feel like this starts from. I'm gonna say elementary school. I'm gonna say middle school.
Middle school, growing up.
Not birth. No.
birth.
School and up. Boys, if raised properly, most are raised properly, are raised to be gentlemen, be nice, do all this, bring flowers, chocolates, you know what I'm saying?
It depends on what type of mama they have, because if they good to their mama, then yeah, they're gonna do all of that for these little girls. But if they don't have that relationship with their mama, they're gonna be like, get away.
Hold on. Because this goes to another issue of two-parent households.
Yes.
Most men today were raised by their mamas, not their fathers, right? So men learn how to treat their women by their mama. So at early ages, I don't know no mama in the world that's gonna be like, you need to be out here thotting around, sleeping around with a bunch of different girls. I don't know no mama in the world that's gonna teach her son that, right? So what do women teach their sons? What they want in a man, right? You need to be a gentleman. You need to be strong, assertive, take charge, but you also need to be emotionally available. You need to be this and that, right? So we go into school like, I'm gonna be charming, I'm gonna be nice, I'm gonna be this and be that, and the girl be like,
and then you go through what my son going through. They all hate me. They mean to me.
I feel your pain, brother, but they get
girls don't like me because they always so mean to me. They tell me to shut up and I'm moving too slow.
So
just stay on your grind, brother. Stay on your grind.
Let me catch the alley oop and take it home with this one. So what really needs to be happening, and this is free game to the single mothers out there. When you have a young man growing up and he's experiencing the same things in this example like James is, you teach him to focus primarily on himself. Mm-hmm. Don't worry about
little fast girls.
Don't worry about these girls out there, because they will come when you're at your highest level.
You focused on you.
Well, my thing always is, I always tell him, you at school to learn. And I don't even have to tell him that. If I told him you at school to do what, he'd be like, to learn. So he already knows. Mama don't care if little girls like you or not. They don't never have to like you until you up in the NFL and you find you a woman like Sierra. Like, they don't have to like you.
That's not a really good example, but yeah, I see.
No, but I'm just saying though, they don't have to like you. Listen, my girl Cece, don't play with Cece. I feel about
I'm not
feel about Brandy, so we're not even gonna go there.
Cece at all, but all I'm saying is I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm not gonna even go there. But when you have that young man focusing on himself and getting his paper up, getting his knowledge up, and not really worrying about thotting, that's when he's gonna attract the most out of nowhere, because because once women get older, now correct me if I'm wrong,
Tips.
women that get older and mature, they're not out looking for the guy that's flashing. They're looking at the guy, the way he moves, the circles that he walks in. Then they're like, oh, what is he about? I want to know what that's all about. He's driving a Benz. What's that all about?
I'm gonna say this. This is what changed my perspective on women and relationships early.
And your short
Because
because you still early in life. Like, let's not forget everybody. Let's not pretend like Rob is like in his
and again
like us. Like Rob is a rare breed because
if we took a poll
early on in life,
if we took a poll and asked our viewers how old they think I am, bet you all of them come back older than I am.
Exactly, but that's what I'm saying. Like, you're a rare breed. Not many guys your age think and talk the way that you do. So you are a rarity. Like, you don't find that. Like I said, I didn't start thinking the way that I think until
now I'm older than that.
He a year older than that, Mo.
So she
mad because she short you by a year.
Well,
so and what I would like to make a thesis on is these successful men, such as people that we've kind of mentioned, grew up in a multifamily household. That is the key. That is the key, basically, to success. You don't necessarily have to have a father in the household. You don't necessarily have to have a mother in the household, but you do need a positive role model guiding that individual.
That's the single parent. I do agree with that.
What I was gonna say was, and this is coming from my dad. So shouts out to Pops. Y'all met him. He taught me early on. He was like, the women that you want are not the ones dissing you. They're not the ones that's talking smack. The high quality women are the women that ain't saying nothing.
Yep.
Women that the girls that's sitting back and just watching and seeing what's going on. Them the ones you need to be pursuing. But you want to pursue these little fast, hot to trot girls. Them will be the ones end up pregnant with 8 different babies and 6 different baby daddies.
I'm about to say 8 baby daddies too.
Yeah. So them the ones you need to watch out for. The ones that you going for, you need to change your perspective and go for the ones that are silent.
Rob said they're gonna have 6 kids with 8 different baby daddies. Like, wait a minute. That doesn't make no sense. But that totally makes sense.
Yeah.
It totally makes sense. I get it.
But it's true though. Like Rose said, good guys get put in the friend zone. Like I like I said, being a younger female, just getting into this whole adulthood thing, good guys to me, I didn't want them. It was like, ugh. And I can remember being in high school, dating this guy. When I say he was green, he was so green. We both were slow, but I was a little bit faster, slower than he was. And my mama used to tell me like, oh, he's a good man. He's a good boy. Like, you could train him to be what you want. And I was like, but he don't even hold my hand unless I try to hold his. And like, thinking back, I'm like, that would have been like a perfect scenario. You know what I'm saying? Because of the fact that we both were young. We both could have grown together. But to me, I was like, he is so boring. Oh my God. Like, I can't believe it.
So I got another part to add to the onion of this layer, or the layer on this onion. Modern day feminism has taught men to be less aggressive.
Define modern day feminism.
So it's like we don't want toxic men. We can do things by ourselves. We don't need you to hold our hands. We don't need you to protect us or walk on the side of us when we're walking on the street. And some young men are picking up on that and they're like, okay, well, I don't want to seem like I'm too controlling. I don't want to seem like I'm trying to do everything for her. So I just won't. I'll let her do what she wants to do. And then modern women come back and say,
called a punk and other words.
He'll get,
he don't even take care of me.
right. So like,
we are not allowing men to be our men. True.
X.
So I kind of agree with that, but then I kind of don't. So I kind of agree with that because of the fact that, yes, nowadays women do have careers. Nowadays women do make their own money. Nowadays women do buy their own things. Like for me, I feel like this. I'm not going to expect you to do anything that I wouldn't do for myself. So if I'm already doing it for myself and you come in and you like, well, I'm not doing that. Bruh, what you here for? Like, you know what I'm saying? If you can't at least do for me what I'm doing for myself, oh Lord, what is that?
I don't know. Hold your tongues and hush up now.
I'm saying if you can't at least do for me, if you can't do for me the minimum of what I'm doing for myself, then what is the point? And I feel like it works the same way the other way around. Like if a woman can't do for you at a minimum for what you're doing for yourself, then why you with her? For the sake of saying you have a woman, like why are you with her?
But
let me ask you this.
In certain scenarios, that would become an issue because it's like, well, I'm not buying this man nothing. He's got his own money. Why should I be spending money on him? He should be buying me Birkin bags. He should be.
No, I feel like if you're doing it for
I'm saying this.
If you're doing it for yourself.
This is the larger majority of ignorant women that are out there that are spreading the message, that have the microphone, that are putting this out.
Bayo said this, but if you're doing everything for yourself already, what do you want them to do? We got to allow them to do certain things for us, even if we can do it ourselves.
That's true, but then that's also making you feel like, you know what I'm saying? That's making you feel a certain way. Like, why should I have to make you feel like you're doing something for me, even though I can do it for myself? If I can do it for myself, like
the mission is this. Hold on. The mission is this. You observe that she's doing all of these things. So this is for the men. You observe that she's independent. She's doing all of these things herself. Assert yourself and take over and at doing these things, and then she'll back off.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, and when you don't, that's what make a woman feel like, okay, well, if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna keep doing it. Because if I was getting my hair done and my nails done before I met you, and then you jump in and it's like, well, what do you need to go get your nails done every 2 weeks for? What do you need to get your hair done for?
Okay,
maybe I just like to look good. But if you can't appreciate that, then what's the point? I'm gonna do it for myself.
That's a different topic. You're talking about, at first you were talking about adding to what you're already doing, and then you switched over to taking away from you what you already doing. That's two different things.
Because that's what it turns into. But that's what it turns into, though.
Hold on. In the first instance, right? If a man comes into a situation where woman is doing everything for herself, she don't need me. First of all, I said this to my wife when I first met her. When I first met her, she had 2 jobs. She was going to school. She had her own thing. I loved it. I was like, this is perfect. This is beautiful. That way, the things that I do for her won't be a necessity. They're it's desired, but it's not something that you need. You don't need me to buy you dinner. You don't need me to pay for your gas. You don't need me to do that.
No, but it's nice for you to do it.
Yeah, no, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm going to do it to insert myself in that puzzle.
Right, but if you don't do it, you can't look at a woman like, oh, you trying to put yourself in my place. Just because she continues to do it when you decide not to do it. You can't look at her as if, well, why you think you could do what a man could do? No, why do that? Like, if she's already doing it before she met you, and then you do it, and then you stop doing it, and then she just continues to do it because you didn't do it this week or this month, you can't get mad when a woman decides to do it herself.
the men that you're talking about are insecure men, right? Let's make that clear. Number one.
Very, very clear.
Come real quick. Claire said, I feel men have to feel wanted for anything, even if it's something simple like changing a light bulb. True, right? If we can't insert ourselves into your puzzle of life, we will remove ourselves, right? If we can't fit into, if we can't mesh together, there's no need for us to do this because we don't mesh together. It's hard to build a bond with something. It's like putting glue on metal. They don't mesh together, so it's not gonna stick. You see what I'm saying?
You're right. But at the same time, if I'm putting gas in my car every other day, you come along and you're like, you don't need to put gas in your car every other day. Okay, well, I don't like my gas to get this low. You don't mind my gas getting this low, but then when it get that low, you don't be like, oh, your gas is this low. Let me go ahead and put you some more gas. So now I'm looking like, is he gonna let me run out of gas? I'm gonna put it myself. What I'm saying is women are going to do what they need to do, what they have to do to keep that train rolling. So rather you stay on the train and you keep it going, or you get left behind because the train is still going. The woman is gonna keep it going regardless of the fact.
Now, what happens when the roles are reversed?
That's where I was going.
What happens when the roles are
I
reversed?
respect everything you just said. Everything you just said was perfect. First of all, the men that you're talking about are of a low caliber. That's not a high quality man. You're talking
But you talk like it's a lot of high quality men out here, though. Like it's not a lot of high quality men out there.
I'm not saying that there are. I'm not saying that there are, but I am saying that there are men of higher quality than what you're talking about. Now, what happens when the roles are switched and I'm doing something for myself and a woman comes in and isn't doing anything for me?
Then that's
I'll do everything. I'll do anything for her. You said what now?
Why would you be with somebody who's not doing something for you? If you're doing everything for that person, like to me, I feel like if you're with somebody, y'all are complimenting each other. What you have is complimenting her. What she have is complimenting you. Like I've seen guys that only prey on females. And I actually saw this in a podcast. I want to say it was the podcast, the Fit and Fresh one that you were talking about. Okay. And they talked about dudes who only want to be with women who has absolutely nothing going for themselves. I don't know if it's like an ego thing or it builds up their self-esteem or what. No, I'm not done. I don't know why it's like they only want to be with women who don't have nothing going for themselves. And that way it's like, oh, look at me, King Dingaling, I'm doing something. No, it's like, why would you want to be with somebody who has absolutely nothing going for themselves? So you could say, oh, she wouldn't have this if it wasn't for me. Like, why would you not want to be with somebody who compliments you and who is helping you to build the empire? Put your damn hand down. To help you to build the empire that you have and that you're trying, like, who wants you to be successful, is helping you to be successful. Why would you want to be with somebody who's working at McDonald's and you're a CEO of a Fortune 500 company? I don't understand.
There's two reasons. One, and they're not opposite. They're one and the same. One reason, men naturally, by birth, right? We're genetically programmed to be fixers, right? For example, when you come to Mike with an issue, oh, I feel in this, whatever, right? Whatever you're saying, automatically he's programmed to think, how can I fix this? How can I either make the situation better, or what can I do to fix the problem so that it's no longer a problem, right? We are natural born fixers. That's what we do, right? So when in that what's it called? Fresh and something podcast, Fresh and Fit podcast, what he was talking about when he says, I only want to be with women that ain't got nothing going for themselves, that down and out. We can fix everything. It It gives somebody commented earlier.
Yeah.
It gives us a sense of purpose, right? Purpose. When I tell you, purpose is our love language, universally in the male genre, in the human male. Purpose is our love language. That is how you show us the most amount of love, by saying that you fixed everything. Thank you. That to us is like, yeah. Hey.
I got a real life example. Nita asked me to paint the door, and I was like, I've been painting for 22 years in the Navy. I know how to paint.
Yeah.
Brandon sound like my women struggling.
But you know, I went to Home Depot, got the paint, matched the color, even made it look even better, sanded it down, did all of this stuff, because she was like, okay, you know, I've been wanting to paint the door, but I'm just gonna get some paint and then, you know, slap it on. I was like, you're not gonna tape it off, they're gonna do all this stuff, man. No,
Let
me do this. This is my thing. Let me do this. After completing that job, I was like sitting on top of the world, and it's very simple. Painting a door is so simple, but I felt so proud and so accomplished of doing just little small things, changing a light bulb, fixing things around the house. Like that's what we strive for. Try to do. That's what
we strive to do.
It is our love language. Just like he said. Now, there's another reason why men.
Brandon said Kai doing around the house stuff now.
Yeah.
He ain't got no job. He got to do something.
Job.
Hey, trust me, brother. I done did like 18 different projects in this house. Trust. I understand.
Exactly. But the other thing that they do mention in that podcast, and why they pick a down and out woman, and this is highly controversial, and this is why they are like the top streamed podcast right now, because
I was watching it, but then I was like, I had to keep scrolling because I was like, they was pissing me off for a few things. So I was like, wait a damn minute.
So the things that they say are things that men think that they're scared to say, and it's very, very true. This is the controversial topic. They do it. They get these down and out women not because of what you said, Sunshine. It is because women that don't have all of this stuff going for them, they aren't as impressionable. Like they don't have a chip on their shoulder saying about men in general at all.
You blank canvas.
Yes.
It's far easier for Van Gogh to paint a beautiful picture on a blank canvas than over Mona Lisa. You see what I'm saying? So
there is a common ego with a woman that has the mentality of a CEO boss chick. And it's very, very, very common. And on their show, they've interviewed like over 1,700 women. They all have the same cut and paste. You can cut and paste it and put different faces, and they all have the same mentality. So it's like, you know what? Men, stay away from these women, because they're out there and they're no good for you. And then you have the onesie twosies that come on that got their shit together. They're a boss chick and very, very mature, that think along the same lines as you, Sunshine, that give us hope. We're like, okay, so the street isn't full with thoughts that they're just out there, you know, for our money.
They're not here for me in these streets.
So there's hope, but
I'm fair. You know what I'm saying? Fair is my favorite word. I'm fair. Don't treat me a certain way if you don't want to be treated a certain way.
And I think
I can give the same energy that you give. Like I match energy. So if that's how you want to be, we can be that way. I can be nice. I'm a Virgo. Rob, you already know because you live with a Virgo. We can be the nicest of people, or we can be the ugliest of people.
The devil.
Take your pick which side you want.
Yeah.
And that is so true. Most men, most men or most women think that what a man, and another thing that they kind of talk about is most women don't know what a man wants, so they go with the flow. They just go go, hey, you know what? I'm the table. All a man needs is my beautiful look, this box, and my looks.
I'm gonna prove it to all the women watching right now that you don't know what your man wants. Right now, off the spot, on the spot, what you getting for Christmas?
Oh, I already know.
What you getting for Christmas?
I'm not gonna tell you because he watching. He just tuned in.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you what. I'm gonna tell you the God's honest truth. Because it's funny because I noticed this over the last year.
You cannot be serious.
Hey, man,
Who is Rose Bello?
Valentine's Day, honeymoon, all of it. That goes very. That's off the board.
Brandon said we just want to be left alone.
Hey, look.
Be around somewhere else.
Brandon is so on the money. Like, and it's not because I don't love you. I don't want to be right. It's not because of none of that. I've said this once and I'm gonna say it again. Men chase nothingness.
Hey, speak for yourself there. You speak for yourself, Chef. Shit. I mean,
hey. Okay. I'm not gonna say not to give it.
Listen, and we're watching, so it's okay.
Listen, she know where to get me. Okay.
She know what it is.
But no, we men chase nothingness. The reason we're such good fixers is because we want to fix it and get back to nothingness. We want to get back to that peace, like the reason. And it's funny because women, y'all hate this. When you see a single man living in an apartment, 1-bedroom apartment with nothing but a beanbag, a TV stand, and a PlayStation, and you're like, how can you live like this? Because there's nothing. It's beautiful. It's so peaceful here.
I don't agree with that, but I'm a different caliber. So
now, granted, okay, we don't fit in this. We're all different, okay?
Yeah.
We are absolutely all
but
different.
in general, I do understand what you mean. And like, if I was a more basic, like if I really needed the bare minimum, that's how I would live.
I'm gonna say this because, and I hope this helps. I hope this helps you. First of all, the sooner women and men understand that we will never understand each other, the better off we'll be.
No, I don't accept.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
I don't accept.
I agree with that.
You're telling me you understand women. That's what you're telling me.
I don't. I never said that I did, but I'm learning every day to try to understand.
Yeah, but you still won't. You won't ever. Like, we won't
Never
ever
understand women fully.
I agree with
Never.
that. That is one thing Robert said tonight that I definitely agree with. Like, that's true. That is true.
And
you may be learning every day, but you will never completely understand.
And you know why? Do you know why that is?
Decades behind, brother. Decades.
No, and do you know why?
Centuries.
We'll never understand women.
Brandon said a goalpost is always moving.
Yes. Facts that they will always try to keep us on our toes. And number two, they don't know what they want.
Y'all don't know what y'all want either. So what difference does it make? Y'all don't know what y'all want.
You know exactly.
Y'all can say y'all know what y'all want, but the minute we give y'all what y'all want, like Rob said, men
will
want to be left alone. We'll leave y'all alone, and then y'all be like,
I know exactly what I want. And she's like, you know what you want. I know.
Yeah, because y'all don't know what y'all want. And like Claire said, y'all don't communicate well. Y'all say y'all want to be left alone, then we leave y'all alone. It's like, where you been? Why you leave me?
We didn't say leave the house.
You said you wanted to be left alone, so I left you alone, literally.
I want that. Like, you don't understand that process is valid. Okay, this is how we don't understand y'all. Okay, my wife said one time, I want you to give me flowers. Okay, I'm gonna get you flowers. Well, I don't want you to give me flowers just because I asked you to give me flowers. I want you to give me flowers because you want to give me flowers. Well, I didn't want to get you flowers. See, that's the problem. You don't want to give me flowers, but I want you to want to give me flowers. How do you want me to want?
Because you should know what she
You
wants. I understand. Amber, Virgo to Virgo, I get it.
And then
She wants you to know her as a person. You should know that she likes flowers. Virgos, we love flowers. So I shouldn't have to prompt you to get me flowers. You should automatically know that I want flowers.
So if I get you flowers on Tuesday and Thursday, but you want the flowers on Wednesday, and I didn't get you flowers on Wednesday, it's a problem. What you want?
It's not a problem, but that's like you just said. We all don't know what each other want. We don't know what we want.
Hey,
KG the only one who thinks he know what women want.
Real quick, people in the chat here like the video, share it, and have more people join in on the conversation.
Thanks.
And
But
imagine it just came from me finding one TikTok video, and we just had a whole hour of content.
Hey, and what we're gonna do, and I want to put this out while everybody's watching, right? What we're gonna do, November 18th, the Friday before Thanksgiving, we're gonna have an episode, and we're gonna call it Battle of the Sexes. Okay, I'm gonna make an event on Facebook. I'm gonna invite everybody. Anybody can go. It don't matter. Men, woman.
Don't do that whole dollar stuff either.
No. It's free. It's completely free. There's none of that.
okay.
It's completely free. But we want you guys to join the conversation. We want y'all on the podcast to actually talk to you and actually have a full 100% genuine conversation. We need men and women, okay? We need men and women. So I need all of y'all watching right now to share this with whoever and have them come on. If you got a homegirl that got the same opinion as you, make sure you invite her. If you got a homeboy who be always on some other, make sure you invite them. We want to talk to everybody, get everybody's perspective for the Battle of the Sexes. All right, that's going down November 18th. All right, make sure y'all are there. I'm gonna make the event tonight, and I'm gonna make sure I invite everybody. All right.
And to go off of one of these comments that I heard, Miss Bello, when you tell your man you really want nothing, that is total and utter BS.
Yes.
Because if we don't give you anything, then you tight.
Now I agree with that. I definitely agree with that because
You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
Y'all don't know what y'all want. I don't believe it.
nah.
Why y'all do that in a restaurant?
we know what we want.
Perfect
We just
example-
expect
perfect
y'all to
example
know what we
today.
want. That's what that is, and that goes
Oh.
right back to we don't know what each other want.
The long age food argument.
This one right here. This one pissed me off every time.
And it doesn't piss me off because I already know what she wants.
No, I meant to tell her what I
or at
want.
least know what she just by her response. Just by her response, I'm like, okay, you don't want that. You don't want this. You don't want this. And she's like, well, I don't really want anything. I'm just like, I'm gonna get you something anyway, and it's gonna be banging, and it's a total surprise. When you get to that point where you know your person, you won that battle.
You are
Gentlemen,
exception
look-
to the rule because I'm gonna tell you right now. If I tell Mike, no, I'm good, I don't want nothing, he will eat his food in front of me and be like, "Oh, you can't get none of this because you said you didn't want it."
hey, but look, you ain't doing no more, did you?
Like, now, did I ask you if you wanted something? Nope, you can't have none of this. You can eat what I don't want when I'm done.
Young brothers out there, I'm from 16 to my age.
26.
Listen to me. I don't care what she says she don't want. Get it. I don't care. I don't care. You want anything? No. All right, I'm gonna get you some nuggets.
Get two of
Anyway.
what you're getting. Get two of what you're getting, unless she's allergic.
Yup.
That's
And
the rule.
then because I messed up because I went to Zaxby's and I didn't do a normal sub that she would like. And then she didn't even ask for nothing, but I didn't sub something when she didn't ask for anything. I forgot to do the sub though. Problem.
And you know what? And the crazy thing about it is that something that simple is just the being thoughtful is what is the key. Even if it's something that
That's what she's really looking for. Even
Yeah,
if she
that's all she's really looking for.
you to be like, well, I know you're gonna probably get hungry around a certain time.
Right.
Even though you said no, I thought about you.
Right.
That's what it is. It's all about thinking about us.
And then the roles reversed. I literally sometimes I'm not hungry at all, and she'll go out and get something for me, and I'm like, I really didn't want anything. And then like when she starts eating, I'm like, that looks good.
That go away when you get married.
But it shouldn't though. It shouldn't.
Brandon said, "Close my door, get fed." Yep. Is a savage. You ain't getting nothing. Sorry. So and look, and Brandon be the type when she pick off his plate, he fighting.
He shouldn't though. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring up another subject that they had on this. I just kind of was like scrolling through, and Fit and Fresh podcast. If y'all on Instagram, check them out. They talk about a lot of valid stuff, but some stuff is like, oh my God. But there's one particular thing the dude was like, men are setting women up for failure when they like, oh, your size don't matter. Because he was like, you got all these fat women out here. He was like, if you can't control what you put in your mouth, how can you control anything else that goes on in your life? When I say these dudes are unapologetically like, they say whatever. But if you think about it though, like a lot of stuff that they say is like, it's true. Like you can't even control overeating or, you know, being in control of your life to have your health in order.
What's crazy? How are
you going to control anything else?
What's crazy about what they talk about and what they say is what separates them from the average Joe. The average Joe cannot say something like this to any woman at all because they got no clout whatsoever. But you have a man that's a multimillionaire that has a successful thing going for him.
Brandon says she can have a slow metabolism.
Yeah. who has like tens of thousands of women drooling over him. He can say anything that he wants.
Yep.
And can give almost
what?
What? He can give two S-word things about what his woman says. Now they have the ability to do that, but you know the average man does not. And like I said before in the past podcast, the average man makes $35,000 to $50,000.
Yeah, Lord, like
that's how much.
Like
that's how much the average woman makes. Also,
out here in Louisiana, I could kind of see it, but then you still would be struggling. 35 to 40,000.
The economy nowadays.
That's not nothing.
He's 80 to 90.
In Louisiana, you can survive off of 35 to 45,000. Anywhere else, no, you not. You gotta get you a roommate, bro.
That rent done went up. You can't do that. No move. You gotta live on the out.
Yeah, like you gotta get you 1 or 2 roommates to survive anywhere other than Louisiana on 35 to 45,000.
Actually, being honest, like females will hate you and love you at the same time.
That's facts.
Yeah.
True. Why though? What be wrong with y'all?
And what's crazy is that if it's the guy that's in the friend zone, this is the only way that they can say what they want. They can be truthful to their potential homegirl or whatever that's been friend zone. He can just go off the cuff and say whatever he wants and no consequences whatsoever.
That's the benefit of it.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm telling you, friend zone is nowhere to be. There's no zone to be in. There's no zone to live in. I hated it. Now, when you already in a relationship, a committed relationship, friend zone is perfect because you can't get no higher.
Yeah,
you don't want to go no higher,
and you're not worrying about it either.
Yeah,
not trying to impress anybody. You're just like
yeah,
what it is.
So,
thank you.
I just hope that we trying to make people's relationships a little bit better out here. That's what we're trying to do. Okay. So
at some point we're going to have to deliver the real truth about what men and what women want. And
That's what the battle of the sexes.
that's going to be super controversial because y'all not ready for it. They're really not ready.
We know battle of the sexes.
Yeah, you're not ready.
Y'all so not ready for that. But that's gonna be fun. That's gonna be really. I really. Hey, everybody that's on here right now, y'all got to be there. Y'all, it's mandatory. Unfortunately, you got to be there. Too bad you showed up. You got to be there. If you're watching this, you got to be there. No, but I really think the conversation needs to be had because honestly, and I'm tired of talking about stuff that's just sad and depressing. I'm really tired of it because this world ain't getting no better. So let's talk about something that we all are interested in, we all deal with on a daily basis. When is it? Sorry, I was putting my bed. Oh, when is it? It's November 18th. So 29 days from today. 29 days from today. Yep, November 18th.
Is that a Friday?
Friday. That is a Friday. All right. So it's the week before Thanksgiving, the Friday before Thanksgiving. So make sure y'all are there because it's going to be some really juicy conversation. Okay. And we need like, I'm talking about like 10 people. I'm talking about like 50, 60. 100.
Oh, Lord.
I want everybody to be there. I don't want nobody to be on the live. I want everybody to be on Zoom. Everybody need to be on Zoom.
Clara, you gotta be there too.
You said what?
I told Clara she gotta be there too.
Yep. Oh, thank you, Bayo. Appreciate that. Hey, well, ladies and gentlemen, on that note, we're gonna go ahead and get up out of here, man. I'd like to say thank you to all of our listeners out there. Clara said she'll be there. It's confirmed.
All right, twin.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Perfectly Balanced Podcast. Thank you. Shouts out to all of our listeners on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch. We appreciate you guys. We love you guys. Make sure you continue to like, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Perfectly Balanced Podcast. Make sure you continue to follow us on all social media platforms, Perfectly Balanced Podcast. And make sure you show up for the Battle of the Sexes, November 18th. All right. So we got a Star Bars competition going down every single month. Whoever sends the most stars will get a prize from us. Stars, okay? Whoever sends the most, like I said, you get the prize. We done gave away football tickets. We done gave away gas cards, gift cards. We done give away a lot of stuff. All right. So make sure y'all sending your stars showing you love, man. What did he say? He said something about my Wi-Fi?
Yeah.
We talking about Wi-Fi.
Yeah, because you was in and out just now. That's why.
I will.
Yeah.
Yeah, you was in and out.
It was doing so good. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, it's the Perfectly Balanced Podcast. Just a panel of brown people having good conversations over here. I'm your host, Big Rob. We also got no.
It's your girl, Sunshine. Of course, stirring up the pot as always.
And it's me, KG, aka Dr. Graves, no PhD. You know who we are. We came to drop bars.
Actual information.
On that note, I got another thing to say. Make sure you're liking our TikTok page and following us so we can get our numbers up and we can start streaming live on TikTok.
Yep. Chef from the comments, the one and only DJ
The
Chef.
one and only DJ Chef. He's at a wedding rehearsal tonight, so he couldn't be with us in person.
Yeah, he'll be all right. But hey, ladies and gentlemen, y'all know we do this every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 5 p.m. Pacific time, 8 p.m. Eastern. All right. We will see y'all next time, same place.